I love Dungeons & Dragons. It's helped me a ton with being more social by giving me reasons to hang out with friends in person and gives me a plethora of fun stories to tell. It was a game I saw the Yogscast play back in 2013, and it became the new game I desperately wanted to play. Though I didn't know how to start or anyone else I thought would want to play. I was afraid to ask around because I was kind of embarrassed to want to play a role-playing game. I thought it had this sort of really negative reputation where if you played D&D you were some sort of geek or outcast or cultist. But now I haven't seen many people say they haven't played or at least wanted to. In 2016, I overheard some friends talking about a game called Pathfinder. As one of them left, I asked the other one what Pathfinder was. As he told me what it was, my expression grew up like a Christmas tree. It was off-brand Dungeons & Dragons. After he told me about the game, I begged him to let me play, and he did. Even though it's mostly because the party had no healer and I offered to play a cleric. And thus my D&D career had begun. Now to be fair, I know there are plenty of differences between Pathfinder and D&D now. But 16-year-old me, all tabletop role-playing games were exactly the same. So I thought Pathfinder was Dungeons & Dragons. Unfortunately, so did our Dungeon Master. Our Dungeon Master had never actually played Pathfinder before, and he did a lot of stuff that sort of discouraged the other players, like add overpowered magic items, and not knowing the rules of Pathfinder. Like, any of them. Eventually, after half the party quit, we swapped campaigns into actual Dungeons & Dragons. And even though the game had problems, I was still having a great time. We did end up stopping the game because too many people quit, but this campaign sort of caused a chain reaction of tabletop role-playing games within our friend group. We started playing Warhammer and 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons. It was a blast, and I made some nice characters, but I was starting to feel like I could do more than just be a player. I wanted to make something special. Make adventures my friends could love and stories they could remember for a long time. I wanted to become a Dungeon Master. So I started my studies. I read the books, I watched YouTube videos on how to be a DM, and I had the experience of having played in a couple sessions of one singular campaign. By another guy who didn't really know what he was doing either. I was ready. So I gathered my crew. They were tasked with creating their own characters since most of them had played D&D before, and the one who hadn't was getting help from another player. Their characters consisted of a tiefling warlock named Issachar Hex, a gnome bard named Zildy Smitherwith, a human fighter by the name of Korvik Savida Kivli, and a half-orc fighter named Karani Dawnblood. Now, Karani happened to be played by my friend JT, and this was his first time playing. Oh wait, no he wasn't. JT played D&D with us in Garrett's campaign. I'm just gonna keep it in the script. Now for equipment, I just had them start with the starting equipment provided by their class. For equipment, the fighter gets the option of a martial weapon and a shield, or 2 martial weapons. Either way, he gets a martial weapon. I didn't think this would be a problem, until I got a call that went something like this. Hey JT, everything going well in character creation?
Yeah, it says I can have a martial weapon of my choice.
Yeah, that's any weapon under the table under the martial category?
Yeah. Can I have an anchor?
What do you mean, can you have an anchor?
It's a martial weapon.
Says where?
This website.
JT, this is a homebrew website.
But it's a martial weapon.
JT, your character can't even lift an anchor.
I have 20 strength. Yeah, I rolled an 18 and put strength and my racial bonus made it a 20.
It's true. I watched it.
Okay, JT. So your carrying capacity is 300, and this anchor is like 50 pounds, so that'll be 1/6 of your carrying capacity by itself.
I don't care.
JT, your character doesn't live near the ocean.
So
where would you have gotten the anchor?
the store.
JT, as the DM, I don't want you to start out with an anchor. If you find one, you can use it as a weapon if you really want to use it.
Come on, man.
JT, I am the Dungeon Master, and if you don't respect my rules, then I don't want you in my game.
Alright.
Thank you so much for watching. I put a lot into this video, and hopefully I'll get some more videos like this out there soon. So subscribe if you don't want to miss those. A large part of D&D to me is everyone's unique experiences with the game, and I'd love to hear any D&D stories you have in the comments if you want to leave them. I hope this video put a big ol' smile on your face. And if it didn't, make sure you smile today because it's good for the soul. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate you as a being.